going to do this contest for MetaCannes. So I hope everyone takes heed, takes part.
So do you know, is this open for a week? Do you know, is that?
I believe the MetaCannes is open for 2 weeks. It goes live on the 13th. I'm going to say to the 20th.
Okay.
So basically, as long as we don't have confirmation before we run it on the 20th, whatever time we run it on the 20th, the wheel.
So how do they have to email?
DM Papa Mags, Twitter, or send us an email, papamags@gmail.com, so we can see your username and a screenshot of it in your Theta Drop wallet.
This week's episode is brought to you by None of Secret Supply of Sauce, the best sauce known to mankind and available on shelf anywhere. Even when the freezer is full of sauce, there is still no sauce for you. You want some of Nona sauce? Too bad, only Nona decides who gets the sauce.
Papa's popping and locking. Magnum scrutinizing. Papa Max Podcast.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Season 3, Episode 52 of the twice over Zilly Award winning Poppin' Mags Pinecast. Mags, how you been, bro?
Oh man, American Mother's Day, am I right?
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all
We celebrate,
the mothers out there. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And not just the mother effers, right?
Well, no, that they get every other day.
Yeah. This is the one day for the moms.
Well, that shouldn't be the case, but yeah, American Mother's Day today. So I hope you called your mom.
Which means it's Sunday night. We're recording.
It is Sunday night.
People know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunday night in America.
Well, I was talking where I was exchanging some messages with Nothing Flash. I always like to say Zero Flash because sometimes, right, he has like a zero thing.
Yeah.
And he was about to have his Mother's Day, but it was Saturday. But I mean, maybe it was Sunday over there, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm sure it was.
I don't know.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
They're always one step ahead of us.
Are they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So yeah, we had a great episode last week with Jordan. Sorry I missed the end of it.
No, you're not sorry. You know, it was funny too. I was like telling Jordan, like, fuck it, like we'll just go with us. I didn't see the message you sent me in Discord saying, hey, I gotta bounce, because I sent you another message through another app that we usually use all the time. So I thought that was funny.
Yeah, it was a week here in the Sheriff Popper household, but we're better now. We're better.
So Jordan's thing.
Again, we got a drop. Looks like 2 days from now.
From now, but
yeah, May 13th. So we're talking Tuesday. We're talking today as you're listening.
So as you were, y'all, it's today, MetaCannes 2025. I was kind of telling you briefly, I hit you up with it. I'm gonna, I hope people listen. I hope people support it. I'm actually interested to watch a few things that they have on there. So I'm looking forward to that. So I wanted to encourage other people to hop on it. So I am going to do an NFT giveaway.
Oh boy.
So let's start it on the 13th because
G-Pool NFTs?
No. So I'll explain in a second. Well, I did buy a rare POG founder the other day. So do some wheels or whatever, and then we'll just let the winner pick. Which is funny because I saw like this old thing from years ago about, and maybe you saw this too. Like it was like first place was like, I don't know, maybe a video game, and like second through 8th place was Bitcoin, like 500 Bitcoin or something.
Yeah.
Holy shit. We'll just, spin. So there's 10 of the 350 VIP tiers. I was also telling you before the show, I didn't want a pre-fund because silver and gold VIPs usually have priority to get them. So, and I don't really I'm a little light on the T-feel. T-fizz.
Normally.
Right. Light on a lot of stuff. Never on taste, though.
Okay.
So I would pay cash, US dollar. But if I don't know I'm going to get selected to purchase the gold VIP one, which Jordan has some cool stuff set up. So if I don't get selected, then I got $350 stuck on Theta Drop. And you know what that's like? You can't fucking get it off. And it's not even worth it to do. Take a fucking whack, putting it on and coming off. So I'm just going to hope that there's some available.
Well, either that or you can go out and get the BitBoy nipple
Yeah.
NFT.
So, Nipception.
Yeah.
Yeah. Data Drop's really quiet lately, aren't they?
Dude, Data Drop, is it, I mean, are they there? Knock, knock. Who's there?
Jordan was saying, like, and I went back and I looked, and I think they've just, like, retweeted a couple of the MetaCannes tweets. That's Data Drop's marketing plan.
Does this surprise you?
It doesn't surprise me, and I think it's a damn shame.
100%.
I mean,
this should be a question on the AMA, which we'll get to later.
Oh, please. I like selective questioned AMAs, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later. So I'm gonna put up that rare found in POG. I might put up a couple, maybe a couple of the the common founder POGs. I'll put up some of them. I might.
Wait, is this for buying the Goldie?
No, this is anyone. So if you buy the Goldie, you get 2 entries.
Oh,
you send me proof that you have it, so I can see the Theta Drop account. If you buy a regular, then you get 1 entry, 1 of those per person. So if you theoretically bought a golden regular, you'd get 3, but you wouldn't get 2 for buying 2 regulars, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
$35. So there's one for $350, and there's only 10 of them. And then it's set 250 limit on the $35, the basic one.
Yeah.
So I guess that's limited. I don't buy it though. I mean, I am gonna buy it, but I mean, I don't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't.
Well, it's funny because it says 250 to mint, but it says there's 351 editions.
They could be given some to the movie people to give to some of their people to watch. I mean, what do we know about film, the industry, right?
Me personally, not much. You are a wealth of knowledge.
Everyone who enters will get an NFT, and I'm going to expand this, but I hope people come in. I'm going to put up a rare found in Pogger, 2 common found in Poggers, 2 Pog boxes with the 12 packs in it. I'm going to put 2 of those up. I'm going to throw a couple secret pineapples in there, and then some bananas.
Wow.
NFTs. So the found in Poggers and 2 guys, I might do a slammer, but basically whoever wins, they get the first pick. They can pick whatever they want. So they can pick the cardboard box or the mystery box, right? Yeah. I like how that works because then it's a pissing contest after that.
You want to throw in some sizzle popcorn?
Yeah.
Maybe some Twitch Pixel.
Yeah.
Some of those Toonstar 5 words.
Oh my God.
We got good stuff. Good stuff to give away here.
Yeah, but no, there's some good stuff, but everyone's gonna get something. So
yeah. No, I'm kidding. What you're giving away is good, but we could have gone for the primo, right? Twitch Pixel, Pet Collective, Taste of Home. How about that one?
Hey, yeah, it had recipes in it, didn't it? Yeah, that was better. But the space junk.
Space junk, yeah.
If anyone really wants papers with 5 different words written on them, that's the Toonstar people. They rugged a Theta community. Shout out Wes Sherwin, famously rugged the Theta community, but he learned it from Daily Diamond, your boy, right?
They went down together.
I do want to get our space junk distro up, which is our Discord. I like that to get more active, but basically we give roles and utility in different rooms for different rugged projects. So
yes, we do.
We haven't done too much in it. Basically, me, Jay Sanch, and our boy Theta Thrilla Zilla Club. We do a lot of Friday TGIFs. So
yeah,
if you're into TGIFs and gifts that say TGIF or Happy Friday, you're gonna love the Space Junk Discord. We're gonna do this contest for MetaCannes, so I hope everyone takes part.
So do you know, is this open for a week? Do you know, is that?
I think it's open the whole time for minute. So I believe the MetaCannes is open for 2 weeks. So it goes live on the 13th. I'm going to say to the 20th.
Okay.
So basically, as long as we don't have confirmation before we run it on the 20th, whatever time we run it on the 20th, the wheel, and this is not rigged. This is not rigged. We get rugged and rigged all the time, but Papa Mags don't rig.
Right. So how do they have to email popamags at Gmail, or they got to post under the?
However they want to do it, I would love multiple if they post it,
Oh,
but popamags@gmail.com, either DM popamags Twitter or send us an email, popamags@gmail.com with like so we can see your username and a screenshot of it in your Theta Drop wallet. It's stupid too. Like Theta Drop never did like referrals. Like a lot of people do like
yeah.
referrals. No,
Yep.
they don't do referrals.
Oh, well, dude, imagine that one guy that got all those pines. Dude, he would have had some serious referral.
Yeah, and now he has some serious regret.
Well, he had like 350 cousins or something.
Yeah, apparently that were all vetted in KYC.
Busy family.
Yeah. Hey, some people like to get busy. Busy.
All right. So that kicks off starting today, Tuesday, as we were.
The 13th.
And not today, Sunday, as we are.
Right.
Right. All right. So how about let's jump into Grove. There was actually a post.
Go ahead.
Well, there was a post from our boy Disturbance, and it was just another reminder to everybody.
Okay. I can take this. I can feel this question.
Okay.
Our boy Chief, NEC.
Oh, I know. Before we go any farther, since we've named him now twice, his current name on Theta Drop is WTF, but it's still at When Coinbase.
Yeah.
So maybe you can get that question answered.
Two things. One, I told him don't change his name or anything. Any of those, the @ name and the regular name on Theta Drop, because I submitted it for something. So he needs to leave that be.
Okay. Well, the interns are keeping an eye on that.
Right. And then, so I was talking to Chief as I often do, and I said, I don't want to get dropped to run the stuff at the last minute, because this is the month that it's supposed to be drawn, even though we just got our February allocation, but we should have got that in March. Right.
Yeah.
So it needs to get run again. Will it be delayed? I don't know. Nothing anyone needs to worry about, but hopefully there's not an issue.
There's some miscommunication of some nature, obviously, because it took so long after we were rushed to put this together.
Right. And then we also took backlash because people didn't take it off. So we said we're running
Not my fault.
We're running it this month. I have a date that we're going to pull it. I suggest everyone get it off ASAP as possible. Okay. Off Theta Drop, put it into, their MetaMask or whatever. Right.
Yep.
So they can get counted and not moaned. Cause I want everyone to get everything they're supposed to. Right.
Yeah. Why not? Join the party.
Yeah. I mean, we spent a lot. We should just get some crumbs back. Nothing wrong with that. So I have a date. I'm gonna send that to our boy, who I also want to talk about, VMux, Theta Rarity. Why I'm even more blown away. I'm even more blown away with Theta Rarity than previously, which I've been blown away a lot. It's amazing. I'm even here talking to you guys right now tonight. But he's gonna run it, and then I'm gonna pass it to you. But so we have the date, and so Disturbance was just trying to disturb everyone and say, hey, we're gonna run it this month. Y'all might want to get it off. You know what I mean? So I'm just being a little proactive, right?
Yeah, might as well try to avoid as much complaints as possible.
I mean,
even though people have been told a million times.
Right. I hope that answers that question, Paul.
Yeah. No, I was just saying, we're there, right? We'll get them off, like we've said a bunch of times. They're not doing much on Theta Drop. Let's be honest.
Right, and right, and you want to earn Grove, and you want to do that, keep it off. But from what a lot of people purchase these pines, I mean, not financial advice, right? Never. But what the people purchase, if they want to take a huge bath, on what they purchase to sell, that's fine. But get it off there if you want to get the coins too. So that's all I got to say about that, because Stone Cold said so.
Yep, I can assure you that I will not be jumping through hoops to get this done last minute
Well,
this time.
because ours are all off and there's no point of putting them on.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the actual slicing and dicing of the Excel file to get what we need to get done. There's no hurry on this, obviously, on our end. So,
But we are running it this month.
yeah, we're running it this month. We'll do our thing and we'll go from there. Now let's talk about some pineapple cousins, the bananas,
Oh boy.
because you sent me a couple of pretty interesting ones. I have not been paying much attention to the bananas recently, but when you sent me over Doc Holliday banana, I said, whoa.
You didn't say anything when I sent the Kev over.
Is that Doc Holliday? I thought
that
the
is Doc
Kev looked
Holliday.
familiar. I thought the Kev looked familiar. Maybe was it a Kev pineapple that I saw before?
No, it was always the banana. It was like teased in the beginning. So, but
but you got it.
I got it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So this is not what I thought we'd be talking about, but it is 1,000% worth mentioning. Like I'd rather talk. There's not a lot of interesting stuff with Theta NFTs right now. I'd rather talk about pineapple on pizza, quite frankly. But for people who have put a bunch of money into the pineapple, let's just go back. We had in the height of the NFT craze, and especially on Theta, the Secret Pineapple Society, and that's sold out pretty quickly. Millions of dollars in initial sales, not included secondary, right?
Right.
Those were large, like 50,000, 25,000. A lot of money was spent on these things. So James wound up, for whatever reason, not doing it on Theta Drop. He did this banana drop with the guy who we thought was one of us, but he turned out to be a rugger. Catch,
Not
right?
one of us. Not one of us.
Yeah. I was gonna say that. Thank you because I was like, should I not? But Potter's got me. So, anyways, he did it on Ethereum. They were very expensive, but not expensive as the bananas, but didn't have the people. It was tough getting Theta people over to Ethereum, which is kind of funny, like.
Yeah, and no Ethereum people showed up.
And no Ethereum people showed up. Anyways, so then James went up. He listened to he listened to us. I'll definitely say that. So he remember the thing where you wanted to fix because some of the characteristics of the metadata wasn't like uniform.
The metadata was a massive mess.
Yeah, and it did get cleaned up greatly. So anyways, we got like 4-1. So we spent all this money. So every can that we bought, we got like 3 more or 4 more or something like that.
Yeah.
So a lot of us spent a ton of money on this, like we did. Other Theta people didn't want to get into it. Some different types of people raged about it. Whatever. But then, so then there was the peel, which is pretty cool. You can on the Skull and Bananas website. So we're still talking about when it was on Ethereum.
Yeah.
You could pick one of 4 paths, so like samurai, dragon fruit, like a banana, banana, whatever. And then what are the what are the like the monster looking guys?
I can't remember what they were called.
What I don't know. I should know this. I'm like it's been a long fucking.
It has been a while since
Well, and I've been going down this rabbit hole for the past few days, and now there's Predacons.
There you go.
Predacons, dragon
Sounds
fruit,
funny.
the bananas, which has like kings and queens and knights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then the samurais.
Yep.
Okay, so you could pick one of them, and then it randomly generates, and there's male and female, and it randomly generates like an image of that, and you could go, and if you don't like that, you can go back or you
can peel back and forth,
right?
Peel and unpeel.
So then what happened was there was gadgets. You got the gadgets. The gadgets were a pain in the ass because ETH gas fees were fucking outrageous.
For sure.
And then so there's a lot of downturn with NFTs. When there's downturn NFTs because it seems like the Ethereum market, NFT market, I mean, I'm sure it's still there and it's still gigantic, but it seems like they went to Solana. and people that were in Theta just fucking left.
Yeah.
Different type of clientele or whatever. I don't know. So you still follow me, right? So it was a disaster, not his fault, but like the gas fees were fucking insane. Nobody really bought any. And two, there was issues with it constantly. Okay. So then James decides to move the bananas back to Theta chain.
Yep.
And so we still have them on Ethereum or whatever, but they're on the Theta chain now. That's like chain of record, whatever. But I mean, if you wanted to make a couple bucks, I guess on the Ethereum, have at it. Anyways, so it's over there. Then we got even more cans when they went over.
Right.
To Theta Drop, which is also cool. We didn't ask for. So I'm just trying to say, like, I'm not too happy with a lot of, like, all my NFT investments, to be honest. And, but I will say, James, he has listened and giving us more cans was super cool, whatever. So now they're on Theta, okay? Well, we know the Grove coin came out for Grove Wars, and then there's these Grove War NFTs on Theta Rarity, which are neat. They're not selling a lot of them, but they're kind of neat. I know you like them. I think you like them better than the bananas.
No, they look cool. I agree. Yeah.
Well, the cool thing was when they introduced this over to Theta Rarity. Shout out once again, VMux.
Yeah.
They also, which we didn't think was. I know it was talked about, and I know I probably talked to you about it. Not that it was like a big secret or anything, but remember how pines were almost left out of the white paper? And then we rightfully complained, and James listened, and that was a mistake. And it was like an oversight. Whatever. Message received. But then I know I mentioned a couple times to him about staking. And so he came up with there's a staking criteria, like 3, 2, 1, right? So the fancy ones on the new Grove series, I think those are 3. The silver is the other series on the Grove series that are a bit cheaper. I think there are 2. I think pines are 1, unless they're customs, they're 2 maybe. And then bananas are 1, but if the bananas have gadgets, the bananas are 2 for staking. Okay, following?
Yep.
So we're earning by staking on Theta Rarity, the virtual staking, which is fucking great. And you can add wallets up the fucking asshole on this.
What?
The wazoo, if there's any kids listening. Part of my friend. It's really intuitive. And I'm earning a decent amount because I have a lot of pines and bananas, right? Well, then, we've talked about it on the show. We've kind of like, so Aragon, friend of the Pinecast, our boy, he wins customs and then he mints customs. Like, I'm not mad. It's just, I wish it was someone else, right? No, I'm just saying, like,
he's got the magic touch right now.
He has with bananas. He has the magic touch, no doubt about it. So this guy has still been like, open them. And then, so I know we mentioned it on the show, but I didn't really like pay it any heed. You can buy gadgets and mint cans with Grove. So another use case for Grove. And this one actually is fucking awesome. And so the bananas, they're good. Some are a lot better than others. Just like pines, right? Like some are kind of bland, whatever. The peel effect gives you another chance at like a nice looking one, whatever. But they all count. And then if you add the gadgets, which now you can do easier on the site, it's still the same website. So you can go and you could mint the gadgets. So now you're earning more for those bananas than other people, right? But there's a little glitch that makes it more complicated. You ready for this?
I don't know.
It's not a lot of money. I think you can, for whatever reason, the guy who did the website, you can mint up to 20 and in batches of 4. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, but once you hit 20, you can't like go 5 to 20. So you have to do separate mint-ins. You can't do more than 20 in a wallet. And you'll get a gas limit thing that just stops you, and you can try to adjust it. It's not going to fucking work. You need other masks to go in. You need other Theta wallets to go in there and do it then. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you're not talking like more than 20 at a time. You're talking just 20.
No. So if you have a wallet, it can mint 20. It can go 4, 4, 4, 4. It can go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 2, 4, whatever. But a wallet can only mint 20. It can't mint 21 or more.
Ever.
And it goes from 1 to 4, whatever you mint. And so it's like I want to say under 8,000 Grove, which is not a lot of money. Can you run the numbers on that?
It's 7,386 Grove.
Yeah, and what is that to like USD or T-Fuel or whatever, right?
Hold on, let me
that's fine.
find out. Go ahead, continue.
So it's very expensive or inexpensive to do that. If you have like a Ledger or Trezor, every time you set up one of those wallets, you get 15 Theta wallets. Don't know if you know that.
Yes, I did know that.
You basically have to keep moving Grove and T-Fuel into these wallets because T-Fuel is the gas to mint the bananas. So it's a steady stream of having Grove in cash and then a wallet that has less, that has never minted any really.
It is a dollar. So it takes 47 T-Fuel to swap.
And what's that?
It is
like $1.50?
About $2.
Yeah. It's relatively inexpensive. I'm just saying it's kind of cheap. And so it's something we can do for it. And the point is, one, we can earn every banana we mint goes into the staking pool, which was never promised. And I think there's a lot more earnings in there than it is for our airdrops, believe it or not.
Huh.
Basically, yeah. And you can, and those you can even have in your Theta wallet if you add it to your, you can over there. So I claimed it. I was freaking out because I claimed it on my Theta Rarity wallet and I couldn't figure out how to move it. But once you're in the staking for that NFT, you can move them freely between those wallets. You just have to sign the text. That's all.
Huh.
It's very tedious, but it's also like, I said, not financial advice, but I love the customs. I don't think there's any doubt that we don't like the customs. You saw I got the Doc Holiday and the Kev.
Yep. Yeah.
And I sent it to our buddy Kev because it's funny because he's smoking. And remember those YouTube videos of Kev on the subway?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And he's smoking. So I was like, oh, what did Kev always smoke? The natural lights or natural spirits?
Yes.
So
that's right.
So yeah, I sent to Kevin and Kevin double exclamation point comment on that. But so I'm really glad I got the Kev and the Doc Holiday is sick. So I'm just so kind of like I'm minting it and I'm getting stuff to stake to earn more Grove. So at least I can buy more. And then the more you have, the more you earn. And then if you're earning, then you can just add gadgets to it. So I think you kind of get it. It's very tedious, but if you're like me, if you
want to get a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, if you're like me in Aragon and have no life, you're gonna fucking love it. So it's fun. It's worth it. It seems like it's a kind of a win-win. You're getting these like super cheap. I mean, dude, what was it like 220 something bucks in ETH, $230 in ETH back when they were on Ethereum, and now you can get it for like under $2.
Yeah.
So that's all. It's so, and then you're gonna go up anyway, and then hey, you might mint a custom, and there's still a bunch of customs, and they're fucking beautiful. Yeah. So I didn't think I'd be talking about Grove and pineapples and bananas, but do you have any thoughts on that, Popper?
No, I mean for $2, right? They're only going to be around for so long for $2.
Because there's 7,777 of them.
Right, unless you think Grove is going to $1, then that's super expensive.
Oh my god, I would love that. I know you would too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Speaking of prices, so let's get into some of the stuff that people actually want to talk about right now. Not Theta related, not NFT related.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of May just because it is a great season. NHL playoffs, NBA playoffs. It's for a while, I kind of lost interest in watching sports for the most part because I feel like gambling ruined it. Like
Yeah.
when I was gambling, it was like I had
It's the only way you could watch sports.
Well, I had to have money on it though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay, without betting on it, the longest time I was like, I'm not even interested. But now I'm to the point where it's like I'm able to enjoy it. I love, like, this is a great season. NHL playoffs are ridiculous. The NBA playoffs this year have actually been a lot better than years past. The Knicks are in it. Just out of curiosity, I figured, I was like, oh, let me see what it would cost to go to, game 3 of the Knicks versus Celtics series.
At MSG?
At MSG, yeah. And I was like, wait, what? So from there, I went through and I figured for 2 tickets, the 2 cheapest tickets, how much it would cost to go to each of the games from everyone that's left, right? So we got Knicks and Celtics, which I'll hit last. We got Pacers, Cavs. So the next Pacers home game, $273 for 2 tickets. Cavs, $155. Pretty reasonable for the second round of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Nuggets, $192. Thunder, $271. Again, not bad.
Yeah.
Warriors, $284. The one that surprised me, Minnesota, $354.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was a little surprised that Minnesota was more expensive than the Warriors. Now here's the kicker.
They're right there on the border. Go ahead.
Which one do you think is more expensive, the Knicks home game or Boston home game?
I think Boston.
Okay, Boston home game, $579 for 2 tickets.
Marge.
Knicks, $1,500.
Stop it.
$1,500 for 2 tickets to sit up in the rafters with the pigeons.
Well, yeah, but okay, maybe it's because they don't get in the playoffs too often.
They've been in the playoffs. They've been in the second round of the playoffs against the Celtics like every year.
Oh, okay. That's crazy then. And
no,
Knicks
the
are
New
terrible,
York sports,
right?
man, is brutal. It's brutal.
Well, and they actually play in New York, unlike these other quote-unquote New York
They play right in the heart of it. Yeah. I mean, it's just everything is just so corporate, right? So you get all these corporate seats, and it leaves just enough for the minnows to have to pay $1,500 to get into the place. I was looking, and Bryce is like, oh, how much for courtside seats? $15,000, and that's for one ticket.
Ooh.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow.
That's a new car.
Yeah.
We ain't doing that. No, you just want to go there and get ice cream. I'll take you over to Carvel.
You had it's funny, side note.
Yeah.
You don't have any of the Carvels anymore up near me.
Oh, no? Just Stewart's, though. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, we got Stewart's, but, so usually, like, on my birthday, I historically did Fudgy the Whale, which is the Carvel cake.
Okay.
But, so, when I was at West Point near you, the previous year or whatever, I picked up a Fudgy the Whale out there and brought it up on my way home. So
I hope you had a cooler with ice in it.
Yeah, I think I had.
Is that an ice cream cake? Yeah,
it is an ice cream cake.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It was fine. It made it. I think it was cold. Yeah, it was winter, obviously.
Yeah, you had a fork going after it on the way home.
Yeah. Yeah. Fudgy the minnow by the time we got home.
What happened to Fudgy? Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Sorry, Fudgy.
No, it's all good. So then I also tracked the NHL playoffs.
Okay.
And honestly, more expensive than NBA.
Really?
Vegas was $274. Edmonton, $568. Capitals, $239.
Is that in US dollar, the Edmonton?
That is US dollar. This is all off of StubHub, cheapest tickets. Hurricanes, $560 for 2 tickets. Winnipeg Jets, $316. Dallas Stars, $467. The cheapest of the lot, Florida Panthers, $209.
Wow.
And the most expensive of the lot, Maple Leafs, who they're going against, $708. Going to games is expensive. It's like that's tough to bring a family, right? You go family of 4. Let's go to a Maple Leafs
Playoffs,
game.
though.
Family of 4, $1,400. Playoffs, yeah.
Regular season, it's a lot of
Even
times
regular season New York Rangers, you're paying like $1.75.
I'm not paying it.
If you want to go watch it, you are.
I don't.
I know you don't.
Dole will. And
Dole will pay.
He'll bring his
down
family.
by the glass.
He'll fly everyone in and get hotels.
He's down banging the glass, probably putting his butt cheeks on it.
Yeah. No comment. No comment. Love Dole.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, that's crazy. But can I mention 2 other sports things, or do you want more to say? We had sports on in my house today, whatever, and they had this stupid Yankee game that was out of hand that they wanted to watch it. But there was a college lacrosse game, and that thing, Syracuse and Harvard, I think,
Okay.
Stanford, and Syracuse was down 11-6 in the 4th, and they were at 10 minutes. I don't know if they're. When I played lacrosse, I thought it was 15 minutes. Maybe it was 15 minutes, but they at the 10-minute mark they scored, and then they scored 2 more times after that. There was like unreleasable penalties. You get there's like the releasable ones and unreleasable. So if you score, then the person can come out of the penalty.
Oh, okay.
But then there was the one where it was so egregious that they had to wait the whole time. So, and Syracuse was down. They scored 6 unanswered to take the lead or something. And then with like 9 seconds left, Harvard scored, tied it. They went to overtime, and then Syracuse won it. But I was like, I remember playing. We went 1-13. It was the funnest time I've had playing organized sports. Because
you played lacrosse?
I did. And the funny, though, I was cut from varsity because I didn't have glasses like that I could, or contacts back then. So tryouts and missing the ball, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But JV was great because you'd have like these fucking teachers' pets. The younger kids come up and they're fucking started, and they're little fucking scarecrows. And then it's like, now we're getting our ass kicked. Now you want to come to us? No, keep those assholes in there because they're your first stringers. Keep them in. And then we come in and we close it up. But like, I've never like enjoyed it, probably because I never bet it, but they had this on. It was kind of just fun to watch. That was weird. And then I saw a YouTube video yesterday on this, and I'm sure you could tell me about it. I had no idea because I don't really watch sports stuff anymore, right? Unless I have money on it, right? Or hot dog contests.
Sure.
Shout out Joey Chestnut.
Yeah.
So there was this guy on Toronto in center field. Did you see this thing?
I did not.
Oh, you need to check it out. Apparently he's a pretty good he plays the field, not like with the ladies. He may play the field good with the ladies, but he plays the baseball field good, right? Defense or whatever, right? And but anyway, so there was a ball hit deep to center, and he falls down. He goes back.
Oh, I did see that.
Right? And catches it as he's falling backwards.
Like an old catch.
Behind the back.
Yeah.
Insane.
I've
never seen anything like that. That was wild.
Dalton Varsho, yeah.
Yeah, him too. But that's sports can be magical sometimes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And to be honest, there was probably a game 7 that happened in the first round of the playoffs. Winnipeg Jets, ringing a bell for you? Do you know what happened?
No.
Winnipeg Jets had one of the best regular seasons in the NHL, if not the best. And they were game 7 against the Blues. In Winnipeg. Blues are up 3-1 with 2 minutes left. They score with 1:56 left to send the game, or to pull it 3-2. And then they score with like 0.3 or something ridiculous left to tie it up and go to overtime and win in overtime. Can you imagine being a Winnipeg Jets fan at that game? Like that, what a roller coaster of emotions. People,
you got the the B stringers in while everyone's getting sized for their rings or something, right?
I mean, people people's hearts probably lost a few years of their life after that, man. That's insane.
Well, that's the crazy thing. I mean, sometimes you see that in soccer. People also say football, but it's
Yeah.
like the World Cup, right? France was down.
Oh,
I mean, they
yeah.
wound up losing, I think, right? But they were down 2-0, and then they came back to tie it. They went to overtime. Then the other team scored, and I think this was for the championship. And then then France scored again or something. Then it went to PKs for the World Cup. But
Yeah, no golden ball. Golden goal, right?
When you in soccer, if you're up 2 with like almost no time left,
You
you're
won.
cruising.
Yeah.
Basically the same thing with hockey, but it does happen. Or like Reggie Miller.
Oh, Reggie.
So yeah, I mean, sports.
Yeah.
Definitely more interesting than what's going on Theta Drop.
Yeah. Yeah, so I had to bring that up.
And we will be right back.
Papa Max, yeah. Papa Max. Papa Max Podcast. Papa Max Podcast.
So, how was Iceland, man? Definitely want to hear about it. And I think most importantly, what I want to hear about is, did you try the herring with the curry sauce for breakfast? Because from what I understand, you'll try anything twice.
I will. And like they have apparently I was told it was good.
Oh, the curry sauce though. Oof.
Well, apparently they take a lot of pride in their breakfast herring or whatever. So I was talking to our last night. We were staying closer to the airport, and there was a lady. The lady at the counter at the hotel was like, "Oh, you guys should have done that." And she talked like American, and it was like, "Are you American?" And she's like, she's from the Philippines, but she's lived in Iceland like most of her life. I was like, "Oh my god, she sounds like she sounds more of American than I do." So anyways, she's like, "Oh yeah, you got to taste that." Because I was like, well, "What about this like their cultural thing, whatever?" So apparently the heron, but is this rotted shark? Do you know about this?
No.
What they do is they catch a shark, they bury it they dig a hole, they throw the shark in the hole, and then they put the dirt back, and then 6 months later they dig it back up and they make it into like soup or something.
What?
I swear to God.
I'm disgusted by this.
It's a cultural thing, and I've never tried it, but she's like, "Oh, you should try that." And then we're like, "Did you ever try that?" And she goes, "No, I never got a chance." So, okay. But she's like telling about the heron or whatever. So, as a red heron. So no, I didn't. I still was afraid. I sent you the one place where we had there was a cottage cheese next to the heron, which was bad placement for the cottage cheese. That's just a no-go for you, huh?
Oof. Pass.
Yeah. But Iceland was good. I should put some pictures out, but I should share some with you. But what with my buddy, this retired sergeant major, he basically like will try to kill his family and then like out hiking or in a boat or something like that. So then they get fed up with him. So then I have to go on a trip with him, essentially. So if you want to go to Vietnam, I'm like, I'm not fucking going to Vietnam. There's landmines still out there. Well, because he's the guy. So we did this one hike in New Mexico, and it was a 4-hour hike. We got up super fucking early. It was dark, and it was probably like December or November or something like that. It was like super dark. We get it there. It's like 5 a.m, whatever. It's like, oh, just dragging ass, right? 4-hour hike. 2 hours in, he's like, oh, let's take this shortcut. So this 4-hour hike turned into 14 hours.
Wow.
Shortcut with Jim's famous shortcuts. So this guy he kills his family, then he kills me. So now it's his family's turn to deal with it. But so we did some hikes. They have so that was good. A lot of cool waterfalls. But you know what really ticked me off? So like we went to this like Game of Thrones waterfall thing, and it was like a 45-minute to get there, which is not a big deal, and paths kind of marked. It was a kind of like it was more strenuous than it needed to be. So we finally go up there, and then it's like, oh man, there's like people chilling in the fucking water, little kids with their Dora the Explorer t-shirts and flip-flops. It's like, oh, this is fucking bullshit. This is, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to go on a hike. I wanted to see something cool. And
you got the tourist edition?
yeah. So I was like, that fucking sucked. So then the second night we stayed, this is great. We stay, shout out to this hotel. This hotel was called the Adventure Hotel.
Sure.
So, and it seemed like, every single place we had breakfast included. But like, if you get lunch, it's like, if you go out to eat for lunch, it's like $30 easy minimum
for one person.
Oof. So we brought peanut butter and we bought bread. So we had a lot of peanut butter and bread, like lunches, because we're like, we'll do one, and then something didn't work out, so we had peanut butter lunch, peanut butter dinner. It was all good. So anyways, the Adventure Hotel. So we get there, we did some adventuring before that. And then he's like, my buddy's like, he just always wants to get at it. It's light till like past 9:00 when we were out there. So, because it's up it's near the Arctic Circle. So, so we could get a lot of hiking in. So he goes, so is there any, glaciers or trails or waterfalls or something like nearby we can take a look? And he goes, no, there's nothing. The Adventure Hotel, there's nothing.
Some adventure.
So
the adventure is dodging the bed bugs.
Yeah. No, it was, I mean, the rooms were small, but it was very clean. So my buddy's like, well, fuck this guy. Let's find something. So we found some really cool waterfalls, did that. And then we kept exploring. We went to like a beach where the ice was washed up on the black sand beach. I mean, you can't go, there's signs, don't go in it. You'll die within seconds or something like that because it's so cold. I think it was called like Diamond Beach. So that was fucking really cool. So we did a bunch of that. We went back, adventured out, went back to the Adventure Hotel, and then we left. Then we went to this other hotel for a couple nights, right? They had all these spa tubs, and they're all like different degrees Celsius, but there's some people in them, whatever. Anyway, so there's a glacier nearby, right? And the girl was more helpful when we asked about like, hey, the glacier. Apparently, the glacier was near there. You needed a 4x4. So we did have that. Oh, side note, I got to mention this. I'm just going to side note 4x4. So my buddy, the same guy, he recently, I had no idea. And this is a good public service announcement. I'm not going to check it on the Google or anything, but I definitely believe him. So, when you rent a car, you can buy the insurance or you can just use your own insurance. You know that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, apparently, like, our insurance in North America only covers like the US and Canada. So he went to Mexico with his family and they had a great time. He's like, I don't want the insurance. And car got fucked up. And his insurance doesn't cover that. So he had to pay all that. So I was like having flashbacks because when I went to Fiji, I was like, oh, I don't need it. I have insurance. And then Daryl and Diane, and then we almost got ran over by that train. So I was like, oh shit, that could have been really bad. So I guess if you're American or Canadian, if you're not in the US or Canada, maybe just pay a bunch extra for the insurance. Sounds like it's worth it. Don't know if you knew that or heard that.
I did not know that. No, that's good to know.
Yeah. So, and good thing too, because he lost the bumper on this car. So, anyways, we go out to this glacier, and the girl said you can't get to it, but you can see it, and it's very nice. So, we did this trip, so we went out there, and we kept going down near the water, and then there's like no path. We're just fucking climbing down, and then trying to climb up, and the rocks. There's like no fucking marked path. And it was like, oh, it was kind of miserable. And then it's like, oh, fuck, it's going to be even tougher getting back. And then we had to go down and up and down and up. It was fucking, it was fucking wild. So I was like, this kind of sucked because it took a lot out of us. We're going to go in the water, but everyone was there. It was all packed. So I was like, oh, fuck. So we're like, hey, let's go back out there because there's other trails. Okay. So we're going to follow the trail. Yeah, we'll just go up and we're just going to follow the trail. And this was the best trail I've ever been on. The Mark Trail, believe it or not, with my buddy, Mr. Shortcut. So this thing was beautiful. I didn't want to leave. We got way closer to the glacier and then the different chunks in the glacier bay, from when it melts or whatever. And then it was like, but it was beautiful out. The sun was coming. There was mountains around, some mountains with snow, and then the fucking glacier. It was beautiful. I did not want to leave. And best part, nobody was there. No Dora the Explorer girl in her flip flops. No Game of Thrones fans. No. So it was like, oh shit. Who? Oh, the other reason we went back the first time instead of pushing it was because it was fucking pouring. Also, so anyways, yep, this was much better. And then on the way back, we went a different way back, which was marked. And then I saw what the fuck's it called? I saw an Arctic fox. Never seen one. Super fucking cute.
Wow.
This thing was wild. It saw me. It must have been eating something in this grass. It saw me and then bolted up the fucking mountain.
All white?
All white, this fucking thing. And also it got scared, bolted up the mountain. And then as we were walking down this like mountain, it kept going up on the mountain and watching us go by. You could see this white thing. And then the other reason why I know it was an Arctic fox is apparently that's the only Iceland trivia, I guess. That's the only predatory mammal on the island. So crazy thing was most of them live on a little island, a sanctuary. There's only like 7,000 of them. And we were nowhere near that. Super cool. So definitely that was the best hike we did. So I'll just wind up real quick. This last hike we did, you're gonna love these pictures, dude. He's like, oh, it's 4 miles up. So I'm not like doing the math. That means it's 4 miles back. Could be a long hike, right? And so we park in this area, and then we start walking towards this waterfall, and it looks really nice. And then, but we didn't even get to the waterfall. He's like, my app says this is not the trail. So we had to like go through a farm, and then over the farm fence again twice, and then zigzag up this fucking mountain. And it was so steep. I must have took like 20 breaks. I was like, oh, this is bad. And then finally got to like a plateau. It's getting better. Then all of a sudden it's getting really wet, and my quote unquote waterproof boots aren't waterproof anymore. Like they're separating from the sole. So if it gets
water resistant only.
If it gets above it, then it's not waterproof anymore. You should get that checked out. I don't want to buy a new one. I'm not made of boots. So I'm kind of getting soaked a bit. It's like, okay. Then we start like sinking into the grass. It's like, oh, well, this sucks. Okay, so now we passed the grass, and now there is moss, and there's moss, and then there is rocks. So we step on the rocks, we start sinking like quicksand. So then we hop on the moss, and then the moss is sturdy. As we go up, there's more rocks, and there's more, because some of these rocks, they'd be big as hell. You step on it, it's fucking, you're sinking like Temple of Doom or something. And we got sucked up a lot going through all this. So then as we go up, then the moss, I might have the moss and rocks mixed up, but the moss all of a sudden we're sinking in, and the rocks we're fine on. We get to this point, then we start getting to snow and rocks. And it was like, oh, okay, well, this is okay. And then it's like, I'm fucking done. I tell him, I go, dude, I am fucking done. Let's go back. I can't do this anymore. This is fucking ridiculous. And he goes, you lead the way, I'll follow you. And then, so I was like, well, fuck him. I'm going to keep going then. Right. I'm not going to turn around. So I go through all this snow. It's like fucking blinding. He said there was like a fucking caldera we could get to. Apparently this place erupted a while ago, and then it's like all this lava stuff, whatever, covered in snow. And I was like, no, this is bullshit. But I was like, oh no, keep going. So I was like, okay, I'll keep going. So then we see this like 2 little mountain peaks. Turns out they weren't mountain peaks. They were like, it looked like a mountain, but it was, I mean, we're on a mountain, but it was like the lava stuff, the rocks with snow on it in a point, right? So we're climbing, getting ripped up, climbing this shit. And so now the snow is like to my ankle or just under my kneecap as we're walking, and don't have like, I just have like a raincoat. The other coats weren't doing it, and I didn't have like snow pants on or anything either. But that wouldn't have mattered anyway. So I'm like fucking dying, and then I was like, he's like, "Oh man, just a little bit farther," and then we finally get there, and then he goes, "Oh, now we just got to go even further. We missed the way we needed to go." And I was like, I can't do anymore. I'm fucking done. I fall over in the ground. Then he takes a picture of me falling down.
I need that picture.
Oh, you're gonna love them. These are the best. So yeah, he got a bunch of pictures of me. I went down face first, and then I went backward, and then I went upside down. Eventually, when I had some strength to turn around, uh, and I was like, "That's it. I'm fucking done. I'm not doing this shit. This is fucking ridiculous. I don't know what the fuck we're doing up here. This is insane." He goes, "But it's only a little bit farther." I go, "I don't give a fuck. I'm not going." I'm like fucking melting down. I'm like,
oh man,
and he's like, calm, my buddy. And so he goes, well, if we go back, it's basically, if you add a little bit further that we do, it's almost like the same thing. Cause like, we're like a quarter of the mile away, dude. The snow was, you couldn't see an outline of fucking anything. you couldn't, I was like, you don't know that's going, like, we thought these were like little mountaintops, and they're fucking just lava, shit covered in snow. And it's like past our knees, like going up this shit. So I was like, no, fuck you, fuck this. We're going back. And he's like, okay. So it took 4 hours to get up there. I think it was a 3 hour up, 3 hour down. Took 4 hours to get up there, and then we got down in 2 hours.
okay.
Almost died a couple times on the way down, but totally worth it. You're gonna love these pictures.
Totally worth it.
Totally worth it. I recommend. I got tortured to fuck. I was exhausted. Glad to be home. Candy was great.
Oh, nice.
Candy was great. Yep.
Very nice. Well, is there anything else you wanted to hit, or is it on that note?
POG Corner?
POG Corner.
Did we do a POG Corner?
We didn't do a POG Corner.
Let's do a POG Corner, and we'll do a word.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how about we head on over to
POG Corner. POG Corner.
There you go. All right. What do we got?
Oh, not much. I traded Blaze, because I had two of these Bitcoin slammers.
Your boy?
Our friend of the Pinecast, Blaze. Shout out. I had two Bitcoin ones, and he had like two of the other ones, not the ones that was rare because there was less of them. But like Kyler was like, it's just the other side of the Bitcoin one. But he goes, I want it, so I had two of them, and he's like, I'll trade you. And I was like, okay. And so I had a purple one and a really cool orange one, like a Bitcoin, right? And background. And so he's like, I wanted to send him the fucking purple one, motherfucker. And then he's like, oh, well, hey, can I first see? I'll take whatever, but can I pick at least? I was like, oh, fucking course. This is classic Blaze. Yes. And then, of course, he wanted the orange one. The one he sent me was kind of orange too. But yeah, his was pretty cool. But, that's, you always get blazed out there,
Yeah, you certainly can.
Not much POG stuff. I mean, I would assume the Care Bears, right? Wasn't that May 21st?
Coming up. Yeah, should be 10 days.
So set the Care Bear countdown, right?
Yeah. Well, we wait till we miss, and then we reverse countdown.
But isn't that the Care Bear thing? The Care Bear countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
Oh, was that what it was?
I think so. I'm more the gloomy guy, the blue one, right?
Yeah,
Clouds
I could totally see that.
Yeah. If I was in like was it like Winnie the Pooh? I think I'd be Eeyore or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter anyway.
Yeah. Oh bother.
Yeah.
So yeah, other than that, I'd say if you want a guaranteed NFT and a chance to win some Fountain Pogs, some of the what is the Pogger box?
Yeah.
Some maybe I think throw in a slammer too, a POG slammer,
Oh.
like one of the one of the Bitcoin or the Magic Eden one. I think maybe I'll throw that in there. But yeah, I'd really hope want people to check out MetaCannes 2025 and let's make it. Should we do MetaCannes or Film 3? Film 3 is kind of easier.
Yeah,
right?
Film 3. Yeah.
We'll do Film 3, all lowercase. FILM 3.
Number 3 though.
Number 3, there's no lowercase 3. Not Roman numeral I cap I.
Ooh.
Oh, that'd be funny.
That's tough.
But I want to give away some POG stuff and some other NFTs. So found in POGs. Yeah, when's staking? Kyler, what's up? Staking, brother.
Let's go. That was a week away.
Staking. I got the founders. We need the stake. You don't win friends with salad. You don't win friends with salad.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, listen, we got a Theta AMA coming up. If you got any questions that we want to ask, let's bombard with them. Send them to us, post them, and let's get on this train. Get some questions answered as we were.
Yeah, if they're gonna answer them.
Well,
but if we bombard, then we know.
If we bombard, then at least we force them to ignore.
Yeah, when Coinbase, obviously.
Well, I'm not too concerned with when Coinbase, but when deflationary T-Fuel. How about that one?
Oof.
That's what I'm interested in.
Yeah, send it up. Literally, just send up all this shit. Isn't it funny that Theta?
Yes.
They're an American company.
Indeed.
But it's impossible to fucking buy it in America.
Yeah, it is.
And I mean, but let's just get freaking, the University of North Korea and these and the sports teams, and let's just get them using our chatbots and waking up professors in the early morning to take a picture. Like you said, because I've come around thinking about this, like, what does that do for the price of Theta? And it seems like you're saying T-Fuel when deflationary, but also like T-Fuel is more useful than Theta.
100%.
Doesn't seem worth it. And don't get me started with T-Drop. That nonsense.
Well, how about we get started with that next week, right before the AMA? Because
to start up with season 4 of Poppin' Mags.
Season 4.
Which, our first episode, season 1, we were talking about the AMA.
Yes, we were.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, it all comes back to the AMA.
All right.
Okay. So
yeah, let's
POG key phrase.
Questions. Yeah.
Film 3, lowercase, regular 3.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Just want to say that again.
Sounds great. Glad you're back. And fellas and ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you on the boards.
You have been listening to the Pops and Mags Pinecast. Music provided by Sushi Cat. Like what you hear? Send that cat a very nicely worded compliment on Twitter @JustAddSpam. Pops and Mags is a Scumbag Hat production in association with Pam's Day Spa.